Guys, welcome back. Aries. My hair looks weird. It's even, but it looks weird because one side is lighter than the other, so it looks like this side is like more prominent, but it's even on both sides. Whatever. It's always a thing with my hair, isn't it? Okay, Aries. Oh shit, I'm not ready. We are going to do I'm going to do different kinds of series. But for the most part, I'm just gonna do what comes out, right? What you need to know. I'm not gonna really label them unless I do like a specific you versus them reading or relationship reading or what's your next blessing coming in. But as of right now, I don't have any specific. I really feel like this one, the last series that I did was very much grounded, and I just saw one was very spiritual, sorry, and this one's gonna be a lot more grounded. Okay, so let's get started. All right, Aries. And I basically, when I pulled the card out for myself, the cards out for myself the day before, and I did basically what I need to know right now. And even when you do right now, sometimes it could be right now, sometimes it could be a couple weeks, just depending on, so whatever, you know, you need to know right now, basically. Okay, I'm gonna do half and half with the tea leaves because they're hard to shuffle. I'm gonna do this part. All right, I was gonna take a nap. I've only slept like 3 hours, and I'm tired, but I'm sleepy, but I'm not sleepy enough to sleep. So I'm pushing through because I'm not gonna just lay there and do nothing, right? All right, we got dog barking, advice from a friend, aw, happiness, and then problems to be resolved. And then I'm actually gonna go through this deck now, or this half. Dragon, beware self-delusion. Okay. Whoa. Keep your life in balance. This did land on advice from a friend. So this could be, and it's the keep your life in balance. So this could be from a Libra, advice from a Libra. You could be getting advice that is like Libra energy, like, right? And this is going to bring you a lot of happiness, but there are issues that need to be resolved. I'm not, so it feels like there's issues that need to be resolved, but there's a little bit of self-delusion going on, almost like you're making yourself, almost like you're trying to talk yourself out of like whatever it is that this advice is being told. Let me guys give you a very personal example of like when I've gotten this self-delusion card. I used to drink a lot, and then I stopped drinking a lot, and I was always like, well, I'm not drinking as much as before, which I wasn't even drinking half, I was drinking a third. But the problem was, there was a problem with the fact that I wasn't willing to completely stop, right? Again, if we're unable to completely stop something, then it's an issue, right? And I just kept saying, it's fine, it's fine, it's a non-issue. I'm not an alcoholic because if I don't want to. And there were days where if I would have the money and I didn't want to, or I wasn't drinking every day. It was, once every 2 weeks or whatever. It didn't matter. My body was like, no. And that card came out. It was almost like I was trying to convince myself that what was going on wasn't going on, when it was going on, right? It was happening, and it was affecting me in the way I was able to function in life, because my body had already taken a toll because of a numerous amount of things, not just one thing, right? And I was very much like, it's once a month, who cares, right? But at that point, my body was like, no, we do not, we can't. So that's kind of what I'm getting. It's almost like there is spilled milk here, and they're saying, hey, this is this is spilled milk. This needs to be cleaned up. This is the way you have to do this. I'm getting that you're getting advice on a way of doing something, and it's almost like they're letting you know almost something that you're not. You know what it's giving? It's giving almost like somebody's telling you this isn't working this way, or at all, maybe, and you're trying to be like, no, it is gonna work. That's what I'm getting, okay? That's what I'm getting. It's almost like there's a problem to be resolved. You're getting some advice from a friend that knows. If you know that this person is not on your level, or even on the level that you want to be on, and their life is a mess, do not take advice from this person, okay? Now, if this is somebody who is smart with business, if this is somebody that's an entrepreneur, if this is somebody that knows, then absolutely take their advice, all right? Because they're gonna know. They're gonna know, right? And if you know that this is somebody that's not gonna do something to harm you, they're actually genuinely care about you, because you have happiness here, right? So I don't feel like this is somebody that's trying to hurt you, but like I said, use your discernment, because I know there's a lot of toxic assholes right now coming out of the woodworks, because there's a lot of changes happening, talking about what you're doing is bad, blah blah. Shut the fuck up. You opening your mouth is bad. Anyway, and there's a need to keep your life in balance. Even if you're not going outside of your house, put on the music loud and just dance. This is another thing. When I used to drink a lot, we used to do karaoke all the time. And now that I'm not drinking, I actually find it harder to get into that energy on my own. But my daughters, we love karaoke. It's just more of a different vibe now that I'm sober. So it's a little bit harder for me to get into that energy, but my daughter will ask, and we'll karaoke. But it's just a different way of doing it now, because it was it's a different energy. But I still do. And even if I'm not in that mood of like, yay, I still do it, and then I feel better after, because we're moving that energy. All right, let's start getting deeper. I do feel, though, that you are receiving a message, and you are going to get advice from a friend, and I do feel like it is to help. It is to help, but it is given that you're going to be self-delusional, either about the advice you're given, or you're gonna try to be like, no, it's not that, it's not. Take the advice. But like I said, with the 10 of Wands in reverse, not letting go of the burdens, and maybe a new opportunity. Letting go of burdens of possibly like something not working out. Okay. You could also be a dog in the Chinese zodiac. They could be a dog in the Chinese zodiac. You could have a dog. They could have a dog. I am also getting something here about an oil spill in your car. Just, I guess, watch out for that. I don't know. Yeah, with the three of coins, this is somebody that wants to work with you, or is giving you advice because they want to collaborate with you, right? They want to offer you advice on possibly what you're doing or how you're doing it, or they want to collab, but they're thinking maybe they might want to restructure. But like I said, I feel like this is somebody that understands the logistics of it. And I feel like your ego, or maybe it's like not even your ego, it's your sense of, well, yeah, I mean, pride is ego, right? It's a sense of that feeling of loss, like you've put so much into something, and like it's not gonna work out, and it hits your pride, right? But in that case, it's not, it's not really, I feel like this is more of a gift to the universe, right? Because the universe is saying, hey, the way you're doing it, it's not going to work. We're sending you someone that understands the way things work, and this is going to be something better. This is actually a gift. It doesn't mean you did anything wrong. It doesn't mean you don't know what you're doing. It just means that, this genre, whatever it is, right? With the moon, yeah, truth's coming out. Truth coming out. I feel like for some of you guys, it could be someone that is harboring secrets about wanting to work together. Also, truth coming out about emotions, or the truth coming out about an opportunity that you've been waiting for, and you possibly don't see this coming. I don't know why I'm so chopping your guys' energy right now. And it's not because I'm tired, because if I were tired, I'd be talking really slow. I'd be like this. But it's like choppy. Like I'm talking, but it's like on choppy waters. It feels like you're having to get your sea legs, right? You haven't gotten your sea legs, or you're gonna have to get your sea legs in something. And it does feel like you're still delusional about this. Like, no, I'm good. I'm doing it great. And they're coming in and saying, hey, it's time to revamp. This isn't working, or let's do it this way. Like, let's scrap this. And that's going to take, you might take a hit, because this could be your baby. This could be a job that you're applying for, a raise. This could be a home, whatever it is. It feels like it hasn't really been working for you. That went back in. Let's clarify ink pot. Let's clarify ink pot. And I just started hearing that Selena Gomez song, Baby, show me you can come down, go ahead and lay your, what is it? Hello. I don't remember the rest. Clarifying ink pot, we got the Chariot. Yeah, there's been no fucking movement here. It's a Chariot in reverse. Sorry, it's a Chariot in reverse. There's been no movement here. It doesn't seem to move. No matter how much you try, no matter how much you push, there seems to be no movement here. And I feel like the universe is sending somebody in to be like, hey, there's something here about either letting something go and scrapping it and starting over. Somebody that wants to collaborate with you in either starting a new project, rebranding a project, or starting something completely new with you in maybe basically the same genre, or just something like that's better suited for you, right? It doesn't mean it's not suited for you. It just means that maybe that where you've been, it's run its course, or it's so overpopulated that it's so difficult to break into, right? Okay. I also got, like, if you're trying to get a raise, or like a specific position, instead of going within the company, they're actually gonna go outsource somebody for the position. So yeah, but it's because the universe is trying to align you with something better. So clarifying dragon, beware self-delusion. You got the 8 of Swords. Yeah, don't allow yourself to get stuck in your head and overthink things. Understand that when things, unfortunately, we as humans, when things don't turn out our way, we tend to take that as a negative. Instead of being like, oh, I was in a car accident, oh my god, that's so horrible, it sucks. And instead of being like, oh my god, I was in a car accident, thank god I'm great, like that was awesome, I'm safe, right? Like, was it a bad thing? I mean, is it a bad thing, or is it just a thing that happened and you're safe, right? Or you broke your leg. Oh man, I broke my leg. It is what it is, right? I learned a lesson through this recently, and I'm starting to see patterns differently, right? I had a cat that got very sick, and I know it's gonna sound weird, but I was super grateful and happy by the end of it, right? Just because the way everything came off, I saw how much I was actually manifesting, and I was mirroring my life, and it was starting to mirror back to me, and that I was manifesting correctly in the right way, right? And so that's kind of what I'm talking about. And I know people be like, oh my god, that was horrible, and I have a huge bill, and blah. I don't care. I'm grateful for the bill because it shows that my cat's alive and well, right? So that's kind of what I mean. There's almost a sense here of needing to see things from a different perspective. It's like Eckhart Tolle says, right? Like, a lot of people will put emotion or negativity onto it. Like, you wake up and it's raining, you're like, oh, it sucks, it's such a horrible day, it's raining. Well, the rain is just doing its job. It's just raining. You're putting the negative connotation onto it because you have a negative belief that raining sucks, right? It doesn't mean that it's negative. You're making it negative, right? All right, and then let's clarify, keep your life in balance. I feel like there's going to be a lot of shifting. There's going to be a lot of movement, and I feel like there's going to be a need to keep your life in balance. Make sure you're not overdoing it in anything. I feel like you guys have been doing really good with keeping self-love, self-care, trying to keep your health in check, in order, trying to keep the house in order, work, you know, like everything like has it's a pie chart, right? And the pie chart changes every day. Some days you need more rest, some days you have more energy, so you work more. Some days you don't have pain, so you exercise more, right? Some days you eat really healthy, and then some days you eat 2 donuts. I don't know. But I mean, it's balanced. It's not like, okay, I ate really bad today, so I'm just gonna waste the rest of the week. No, start back up the very next day. Walk a little bit extra. Do a little bit more. Do one step that more than you did the day before, right? Clarifying, keep your life in balance. The 4 of Cups, yeah. You're going to have an overflow. You're going to have an overflow. You're going to have an overflow of things coming in. I know the 4 of Cups can mean like lack or disinterest. From this card, because this is the garbage pail kids. I don't know if you can see, but all these cups are overflowing. And then the universe is coming in with that ace. And that one's full as well. So it's almost saying, like, make sure you're going to have a lot coming in. There's a lot coming in of fun, of friendship, of romance, of abundance. Make sure you keep it all in order, right? Keep it all in check. With the 8 of Coins, because you're going to be working. There's going to be a lot of growth. There's going to be a lot of building. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of building in everything in your life. Everything. And there's going to be an abundance here in every single aspect of life. It feels like you're going to, yeah, with the 6 of Swords, movement forward. So much movement forward. So much movement forward. And it feels like these are snails. You can't see it on the thing. There's snails here, but they look like they're going really fast. And there's a race here. Like, it's almost like you've been racing to the finish line and you're almost there, and things, instead of like getting to the finish line and you end, you get to the finish line and things pop off. Like it's starting, right? With the 10 of Wands. Yeah, don't allow yourself to carry on too many burdens. With the Ace of Cups. Yeah. You're going to be complete. You're going to have an overflowing, but if you're careful enough and you have this balance between, you know, keeping both feet, one in the other, one in the 3D, one in the 5D. You will always have enough to do what you have to do. And also you'll start to learn to like delegate things, have people come in and help you. You're gonna be that busy, right? But delegating and learning how to do things in that way, in a certain manner, you're going into something completely different, I feel. And it's a new situation that you've never been in before. Yeah, with the Ten of Swords in reverse. And it's because you're starting over. Like, there's a brand new beginning here where basically it's the end of, like, that's the worst it's ever gonna get, right? With the Queen of Wands in reverse, with the no, yeah, King of Frogs, King of Cups, the King of Frogs, King of Cups in reverse. Yeah, with people that never gave to you, with people that only took, with people that were manipulative, that were just not, they were not meant for you. And things, people and things, people and things. Yeah, no. All right, let's clarify. I remember I had a conversation at, because they were like, something about, I was missing a lot because I went back. My health wasn't great. I hated being there. And I spoke to, like, I don't know what she was, but she was like, yeah, we need this and this and that and that and blah, 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 blah. I can't even remember what she said, but I remember my response, and I was like, this is a job that I come to do my job, and then I leave. This is not my life. I am not a robot. I am not going to give my all health and everything to you guys, because this is just a piece of shit job. If you guys want someone that has no problems outside of their life, or have normal things going on, because I have kids and I'm a single mom and we have autoimmune conditions and whatever, right? Get yourself a robot. Because those are the only people that are never going to have issues. And I'm not going to give up my life and health for you guys. And she just looked at me. She was just like, okay, well, what the fuck are you going to say? And they couldn't fire me. I was union. It was really hard to get fired. But, yeah, no, I'm not ever going to give any job, my health, my mind, nothing, ever again. Never. Never. Ever, ever. Alright, let's get you guys some guidance. Well, never again, right? Guidance for Aries. Baby, show me you can come down, come down. Go ahead and let your head low. Hello. I don't know why that song, I don't know, listen to it, something. Nature, sometimes all you need is to go outside, breathe the fresh air, to remember who you are, or where you want to be. Yeah, there's a need to be grounded here. There's a need to be grounded, and whenever you feel like lost, or you just really want to get the answers, allow yourself to be in nature and just allow those answers to come to you. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink yourself into a friendly partnership. What did I say? Learn to grow with others, overcome obstacles by working together, touch each other's hearts while life lasts. Yeah. Yep. Partnership. And then at the bottom you got mercy. Let compassion fill your world. Offer kindness to all living things. What you give it is you also receive. Okay? Alright. Aries, I hope this helped. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.